Hello, Travis here, and welcome to another episode of Factorio Space Age. And before we get into the episode, uh, a small tragedy has struck the factory. As I learned that yesterday, we lost a great friend. Our starter Iron Patch served us well, got us from our crashed spaceship to a fully automated base. Unfortunately, as while the factory may grow, it will now grow without it. May, may, may you may you be may you Iron Edge rest in forever peace, uh, free from being mined ever again. Amen. Yeah, I'm not good at I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna low-key terrible at funeral speeches. Do not hire me if you need a do a funeral sermon. Yeah, we the exhaustion of the Iron Patch is a sign that we should be given. Fortunately, in the last episode, besides ignoring the death of our dear Iron Patch right here, we got started the construction of a iron outpost, which will likely make use of all these resources. Unfortunately, as you might see, the it isn't going to be an easy. There's these particularly large biter bases that we'll need to take out in order to do anything with them. So, Dever, well, I've been stockpiling an important weapon, and now that we're done with the that's better. Yeah, I mean, technically, there's like 200, 300 ore, but we won't get much out of that. I've also taken apart this. Um, because we're planning on smelting out by the patches. The only thing we really need is a stone and steel smelting, and even that will probably proper will be relocated probably like right down here. In hindsight, I probably should have built a blueprint for this, but it'll be fine. This is, I'm not coping at all. So yeah, we have a rocket launcher. The rocket launcher is our next of many toys that we are can use to exact peacemaking utilities on the upon the biters. If I can find my iron box, I'll. The rocket launcher is pretty neat. It's basically the next shotgun. Of sorts. Really, the only thing the base is doing right now is making rockets. As you can see, rockets are pretty nut. It's not explosive rockets, which I believe come in military. It comes in explosive rocketry, which I mean I could handcraft, but now we have a rocket should be good for now. I'll just stock up on because yes, it is a hand-fed version, and we've pretty much exhausted. There is a bit of iron scatter around the base, but that's because it's probably locked in behind science or somewhere that's already peaked production. We'll let that build up. Rockets are pretty cheap to make. While we really want explosive rockets, normal rockets will be more than adequate. I probably should be taking my car now that I think about it. Get in the car, robots. Thank you. For a combination of rockets and turrets, we should be able to make quick work of the biters. Cause yeah, look at the it wasn't even an aggro range. Boom. Yeah, the rocket launcher is quite strong. And believe it or not, rocket launcher is a... The rocket launcher is how we launch atomic bombs. Yes, there's no even though these are indeed rock. It we need to launch we launched the nukes via rocket launcher in Factorio. I would spam it, but I do have premium ammo and of course our shooting speed is also not super fast right now. Yeah, with rockets taking on Nest, we only use like 30 of our rockets. Granted, that wasn't like exactly a giant nest, but let's tackle the next nest. It's gonna be right around off or this one's gonna be a bit of a tougher nut to crack. That is a medium worm. kind of want to prioritize those worms first because they can be a bit nasty. There's a kind of a turret creeping with rockets, basically. I really should have grabbed some fish. I have the opportunity. Yeah. Being able to this kind of feels like a small nest and a big nesting, but I'm not sure that's what's. It's just a weird generation for the biter nest. We're probably gonna have to go back and replenish our rockets after this battle. There's a lot of spitter nests in this nest, which alright, that should we're all out of rockets. Fortunately, this nest is pretty much a donezo. We didn't even use all that much ammo either. There's 1 or 2 of 4 nests down. We'll probably take a... Since that was probably like the biggest one of the bunch, this should be a bit of a cakewalk. Let's go resupply real quick. That turret creep setting also helped fill out our map a little bit. So, therefore, I see this as an absolute win. Yeah. Eventually, I believe on Volgora? No, Gleba. We get access to the rocket turret, which is basically a turret that we can use rockets in. But we won't be Gleba's probably a lower priority on my thing. So we'll be seeing the other forms of defenses that we can get along the way. Alright, on to nest number 3, which I believe is yeah, our pollution, the factory is like not doing anything right now, so oh, I guess I did leave a robot behind. Do 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 do. probably just creep this down now that there's no spitter nests. Alright, that's 3 of 4 down now, on to our last nest. Then we can start planning out the coal stick. Oh, I stand corrected. Biter expansion has popped up. No big deal. Yeah, that's why I kind of secured this area, because they will expand into stuff that doesn't generate pollution. They will camp your power lines if you I think that Alright, that's the expansion down. Now on to the main show. Now I do realize we might end up having to take out this nest too, but what's more not these worms. I hit a biter by mistake. That's what I call being unlucky. Gonna have to do this a bunch of times. As in, There's a few nests that are in the way, but kind of want to secure borders now because eventually even expansion nests get a bit alright. Oh, come on. I was worried that was gonna happen. Alright, that's probably just go all in with the turrets now. Alright, that's it. I'll definitely have to wing it. Oh, look at that. More oil. Well, I'll put a pump tag into that. I didn't get a whole lot of them, but then again, we've basically secured this entire corner for ourselves. Now it's time to I really don't know why. Alright. Alright, that's the... I did not notice these trees on the coal patch. How annoying. Alright. 600s, I think we have that back at the main factory. One thing I will say with quality is a bit annoying that I have to double tap the recipe to basically confirm what I want to craft and the rarity. But on the other hand, I do get much better things from the quality, so you win some, you lose some. I'll probably build the rest of this off camera and then kind of stock up on some, grab what's stock up, well, actually just grab whatever we have in stock and hope that we can bootstrap some iron production. Slowly gonna involve some train action, which I'm mildly hyped for. Alright. 5, and I'll probably condense it down to 2, so let's take a... One thing I will do before I depart and kind of end the episode, so I will set up a radar because having visibility out, and especially in this corner of the voila. Alright. It's not ideal radar coverage, but it will do for now. Yeah. Let's head back to the base, and then I'll call this another successful Factorio episode. One thing that I might also do out here is make the because there's a stone patch so close, is make a concrete. But we'll worry about that. We'll kick that can down the road and end this episode here. So in this episode, we made more ground on our base expansion plans. We cleared out a lot of these biter groups that are posing a potential threat to our expansion. Basically securing the safety of these resource patches down here, and began to set up the other half of the smelting that we need to get done. Next episode, we'll probably actually wire some up and potentially even get some trains running. Probably a bit ambitious, but hey, if you're not ambitious, you're not ambitious. Sounded better in my head. But anyway, if you liked me tearing biters a new one with rockets, leave a like. Any questions or concerns, leave them down below. And if you want to see more Factorio Space Age, hit that subscribe button and keep an eye on the playlist. And I will see you next time.